Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Saturday afternoon. And it'll be a little bit of a therapy session today, but we're going to do about 30 minutes. And I appreciate you all joining me today for a special edition. It's because I really do value you guys a lot and you make me happy. And so I really enjoy spending my time with you. But that being said, I got a kid and I got to deal with the kid on Saturday because it's really one of the times I get to have fun kid time. So I think you guys will all appreciate me being a good dad and not spending my life on the internet. So with that, thanks for joining me. Hey, awesome. I see you all showing up. So before we get started, I'd love to shout out where you're all from, and then we can get into. I brought some great things we can talk about here today, and I do appreciate you all so much. So why don't you all tell me where you're from, so I can give you a little shout out, and then we can get into a little bit of some therapy, and then we can hopefully have a great rest of our weekend. It's such a crazy world. So we got Colorado in the house. We got Netherlands in the house. Hey, we got the UK, Oregon, New Zealand. Wow, you guys, thank you so much. Suffield, Michigan. We got, hey, Lucky, thanks for joining us. We got Tejas in the house. We got Birmingham, England. We got Central California, Alberta, Kentucky, Niagara Falls. Wow, Wales is in the house. Right on, you guys. This is awesome. St. John's. We got Connecticut. We got Chicago in the house, Washington. Right on, you guys. UK. We got England. Did I miss somebody? West Hollywood, right around the corner from me. Iowa, Georgia, America. Yay for America. Miami, Western Canada. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Poland's in the house. Right on. Thank you. Cheshire, UK is in the house. You guys are rock. Ohio is here. Indiana is here. Everyone is here today. Wow. We got the whole world in the house. This is very important. And it speaks a lot about the channel. Maine is in the house. It speaks a lot about how the channel has really, St. Louis is just growing and becoming so much more. I'm not going to use the word diverse because I hate that word, and inclusive. I hate that word. Indiana. You see how they ruin words for us? Indiana's in the house, right on. St. Louis. Did I say St. Louis? Florida's in the house. Germany, Cheshire, UK, Manchester, right on. You guys are so awesome, right on. Nebraska, surrounded by cornfields. We need farmers. Farmers are everything. It's awesome. Washington's in the house. You guys are so sweet. So with that, I want to say thank you all so much for helping me reach 100,000 followers. It's because of you. Honestly, it's because of you that we are able to, as the channel grows, I think we get to start to put our own ideas. Seattle's in the house. We get to start putting our ideas out into the world. And instead of being shut down and cancel culture, if you don't go, New York State is in the house. That's been one of my dreams about creating this channel, is to actually start to push back on actual real insanity, censorship, telling us how we have to be, language control, like how I need to be as a trans person, even though I transitioned probably before many people you see out there. I mean, you have to understand how South Carolina's in the house, right on. You have to see Seattle turned into a cesspool. Seattle, and Portland. Wow, what happened there, kids? I mean, I laugh, but oh my God, the last time Germany's in the last time I went to Portland, do you know that I didn't leave my hotel room? And I'm not the kind of guy who's scared of things. Let me tell you, I'll walk through a pile of snakes, but I would not leave my hotel room. I was like, what happened to Portland? It's actually scaring me. Central Valley, California is in the house. Northern California. I mean, hipster garbage. I mean, wow, Pittsburgh's in the house. Oh my gosh, it is so unbelievable how some of our cities have just turned into just trash, And I wanted to talk a little bit about this, I think, on the last live. What do you all think? Ontario, Canada, thank you for being here. I really think it's quite fascinating to me how I keep seeing videos, and I don't know if it's happening in your hometown, but what I see, right on, Memphis, what I see is there's these things where there's these groups of kids that come into shops. And here I live near Beverly Hills and very upscale neighborhoods, but it's not happening in just one specific neighborhood. It's happening all over. But where these kids go in, and I don't know what do they call it? I don't know what it's called, where they just start grabbing stuff off the shelves and destroying stores and walking out with handfuls of merchandise. It's Quartzsite, Arizona's in the house. Right on, friend. You know, what is it called? Smash and grab. Oh my God. How are we letting that happen, you guys? How is that even a legal thing? So what I heard was that they would rather the shops be robbed because then they can put it through insurance and then it's okay. They just get paid back. But I thought to myself, isn't that backwards? Isn't that backwards? Why aren't we stopping it? Why are we letting it go so that insurance can pay for it? But isn't that like going to make the insurance premiums go up? And isn't that sort of on some level, what's the word I'm looking for? So, sort of just saying it's okay on some level for these kids to go in and do stuff like this. These are young people doing this and getting away with it, and no one's saying anything. So how is that possible? I want to know. Right. I used to do loss prevention, Buck. I'd like to know more about that. But what does that even mean? So, I mean, I know what loss prevention is, but I'm wondering, I used to do loss prevention, Buck. So it is. It's basically money over ethics or morals. Is that what you're saying to me? Because that says to me we're not teaching people any sense of morals or any integrity or any idea of right and wrong, right? It's not helping kids to do that. It's to me, it's teaching very bad behavior. As a parent, I would be completely blown away if my kid came home with a bag full of shit and he took it from the store. I'm like, what? Like, where are the parents? The culture has shifted. Where are the parents? Because these kids are going home with bagfuls of shit. So aren't the parents on some level trying to understand what that means? Because if my kid came home with a bag full of Gucci and a bag full of potato chips and I don't know where they came from, I'm like, that's my responsibility as a parent to put you in a space that says, I'll never do that again. I'm not saying hit or, but you have to have some authority in the house. I don't understand what's happening. I know I sound like an old man, right? No accountability, but it's not my age. It's how I was brought up. I was brought up differently and I don't understand. Does nobody understand respect gets respect? I mean, is this not something we're teaching people? Right. It's tyranny. It's not okay. But there's something else involved here, right? I don't know what it is. What is it? What is it? Why are we as adults and people just character? There's no more character. Somebody wrote on one of my things, there's no morals, there's no respect. Somebody wrote something, bring back shame. And I thought, what a great hashtag that one is. Bring back shame. Nobody has shame anymore. People are doing the most insane shit on the internet, making themselves look completely insane for millions of followers. There's no shame. People will do anything and everything now to build their channel, to get. It took me a long time to get to 100,000 followers. Let me tell you, it took a long time. But I did it with my integrity intact. I would rather only have X amount of followers. I probably could have 500,000 followers if I did the whole trick, right? If I did things that were not in my heart, or if I felt like I just wanted to be here to make money, right? I could do that. I could have built oh God, let's talk about that. I could have built a faster, more bigger, more followers if I would have done something different. But I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that because, wait, where is that? I want to bring this up. Have any, totally saw it. V, totally saw it. Okay, so if no one has seen this, I've been telling you all to go watch this. It's on Max. If you have Max, if you don't have it, get it from somebody. But listen to me. That exposes a lot. Now, V, lay that on top of trans kids. Lay that right there. Everyone needs to see that. that show. It's on Max. It's literally about the insanity and the P people that all live in Hollywood and we're all working on Nickelodeon. It is mind blowing and it's disgusting. But I lay that on top of trans kids. Okay, that's why you all should go watch it because it's really important show. And what's going to happen is something else is going to. What's going to happen is going to be a huge documentary. There's going to be a huge documentary done on the the insanity of transitioning children. And how come nobody quiet on the set? Thank you. How come nobody is speaking out about the immorals of transitioning children? How come they're not doing it? They're all going to pay for it. You watch. It's going to come out just like Quiet on the Set. All the P people, they got exposed. I don't want to blow it for you, but just watch it. I don't think it's the most well-made documentary, but I think the information is extremely important. Oh, thank you, Outlaw Feminist. Nice to see you, friend, and thank you so much. If people like you and I begin to exploit and stop taking the hits, everything is lost. It's true. I have to continue to do this. But I guess what my point was, I probably could have more than 100,000 followers if I started doing all the crap these people do, because I feel like they have no ethics or no morals. And they're coming to this to only make money. And people are doing the most insane things to make money. And you don't think they're going to look back in 5 or 10 years and go, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. But that's the scary part about it. But on some level, being a sellout. That's right. That's right. So I think one of the problems I have with that smash and grab, where are the adults? Who lets children do that? I would have got so much trouble when I was a kid if I stole anything. Okay, like that is instilled. It was instilled in my head. You never steal, you never lie, and you never cheat. That was actually instilled in my head since a little kid. And I cannot even imagine that these young people think it's okay to go into these stores and just take everything they want. This is the problem. I'm telling you, children are not having pushback. And when I say kids, you know what I mean. I mean young people. Hey, thank you, friend. That means a lot to me. That one kid, Gavin. Hey, Gavin. My best advice to parents about disciplining situations like this: one, get your shit together. Go back to said store. That's right. With said merchandise, make them return it and apologize. There you go, my friend. Brilliant. Why is this not happening? Hey, everybody. Why is this not happening? I'm not even like, I'm just at odds with it. I'm at odds with it because I don't understand. As a person who understands having integrity, I think integrity is lost. I don't think people anymore have integrity. And I think people don't even know what the word integrity means. And I don't think there's morals involved anymore. I think ethics have gone out of the window, especially in the medical field. You know, the medical field is such an important part of our lives. We rely on medicine in order to be healthy human beings. But if we can't rely on our doctors to have ethics and morals, which they don't, many have lost their way. And I believe because of, on some level, money. So people override their ethics, their morals, everything because they would rather have money. That's really my perception and my opinion of why things have gone off the deep end. Hey, Outlaw, thank you so much, friend. You're really great. Buck, I am a mother of 5 sons. Wow. I was a foster mother of 2 Black brothers. Great. I am a bona fide stripper legend. Thanks. Right on. I'd love to be interviewed. Yes, we're going to interview right away. So Seth is in the house. If Seth can put the email here, send me an email. I'll get you on right away. You sound amazing, friend. I would love to do that. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much. You know, I looked into foster care. I don't know if I told you all. Hey, Dharma, thanks for joining us. I looked into foster care. I did. But, you know, I have a kiddo here, and it was a little bit much for me. I don't think that I had to be honest to myself. Oh, thanks, Seth. I had to be on. Anyone who needs to email us, please do. If you want to be on the show or you want to send me something, please send there. Seth works with all the emails. I appreciate that, Seth. So anyway, long story short, I did look into foster care, and it wasn't for me. And I made the right choice. It wasn't for me. I can't do it. It's not going to work for me. As much as I have a lot of love for these kids. Oh, thanks, Jenna. Thanks for joining us today. You know, I have love for kids. Right on. Snowy Maine is in the house, but I cannot I got to be real, right? I have to be real around my own family, around everything. Anyway, those kids have a lot of stuff going on there, and I wish them well, and I hope everything. So instead, I take the adoption route, and right now I'm looking into adopting a little teeny baby. So let's hope and pray that Trampa gets a little baby, because oh my God, it's everything I've like literally wanted, and I'm at the age. Even though some people would think I'm too old, but I'm 61, but I really feel very grounded, and I feel very secure in my own self. And I've worked a lot on my own self, and I've worked a lot on my own anger issues and all the alcoholism and drug addiction. It's gone. And I feel prepared at 61 to take a little one on. And here's, did you all know, do you all understand, do you all know what, open adoption is? Do you all know what that is? So adoption used to be like a closed thing. I think they still have it, where when you adopt a baby, you literally don't have any connection to the birth mother. And so they've done studies on this and have found out that that's not really a healthy thing to do. So I'm doing what's called open adoption. And so you have a connection to the birth mother, and actually the birth mother picks you, which I think, right? A birth mother picks you, which is so beautiful. So then you already have that connect. They know everything about you, everything. I have to do this whole thing. Anyway, my point being is I'm connected to the birth mother for the first year of the child's adoption, which I find to be so incredibly beautiful and awesome, because then the kid is not going to grow up feeling abandoned, or the kid isn't going to grow up feeling like, oh, who's my birth mother? No, no, no. We have an actual relationship with that mother for the first year. And then as things grow and the child gets a little bit bigger, then that sort of becomes less. But every year we get to meet with the parent. It's really a beautiful, loving, amazing space. And I believe in open adoption. And I have friends who were adopted, and they're always looking for their parents, right? They're always feeling abandoned by the mom, or why did my parents let me go? And I don't necessarily think it's always a bad thing. It's not, hey, Anna, thanks for joining us. You were adopted, Neo Wolf. Okay, let me see this right here. I was adopted by my stepfather. There's a bunch of different ways to be adopted. That's right. Me too. It's different for me. I came to this family, and my partner already had the kid. So I sort of became the stepdad that way. This is a different way of being. I'm literally going through an adoption agency, and it takes a year or so, and you have to do a huge amount of work to get the baby, which I believe is actually really great, because you make sure that you're ready for the baby, right? And it's not going to just be, but I'm so happy to bring a little baby into the house, and I'm not going to be putting the baby on the internet, just so you know. I'm not. I'm not going to sit here with the little baby, and not going to do that. That's actually creepy and weird. I'll be honest with you. Nope, nope. So I'll let you know about the baby, and I'll keep you informed about how the baby's growing up. But I'm never going to put the baby's face on the internet. I find that to be disgusting and weird. And it's my private space, but I'm sharing it with you because I know that you all care about that. And I'm very excited about it. And I'll keep sharing with you about the process of it and how it's coming along. But I just want you to know that you probably never see the baby unless you come over to my house. and I think it's important to keep that baby safe from weirdos on the internet. And also it's just can be weird. What if the baby grows up and didn't want to be on the internet, right? I don't think it's consensual at all. I think it's actually, that's why I don't like these parents who do weird things with their kids on the internet. That being said, friends, I'm going to bring this first one up. Okay. So let's talk about this. Hold on one second here. Let's talk about this.
And I said, no.
Wait, watch this. Listen.
And I said, no. My son was born my son, and I love him the way that he is. And she said, no, but he was born a girl, right? And I said, no, my son was born with the brain of a boy. And that has been diagnosed by medical professionals.
What medical
more
professional?
than once. So my son was born my son.
So basically, this lady has a trans kid, and her trans kid is a biological girl that she's pretending is a boy and saying that, no, I had a boy. What? You freak. You had a girl, and then that the baby's brain is really a boy's brain. Now they're going deep with the lies because they were assessed by a medical professional. Really? What medical professional? What medical professional? And that's a big lie because that's not the truth. That's factually not true. That is not, no, the baby's brain is a female brain. My brain is a female brain. Nope, that's not true. I'm not going to believe this lady. But going back to that, that's what I'm talking about. So this person eventually puts their kid on the internet and is talking about their trans kid. You see what I'm talking about there? That is actually disgusting. Why would you do that? And why are you saying your girl is your boy and they were assessed by what medical professional? I want to know what medical professional, because we've proven to you that trans kids don't exist. They're kids who are playing with their gender. It's called gender non-conforming children. And instead of letting them just be non-conforming, you're pushing your own weirdo agenda on the kids, saying that you had them assessed by a medical professional. So I'm going to go back to something I always say to all of you. If you get a diagnosis from a doctor and the doctor says you have X, Y, and Z, she's lying. I agree with you, Jennifer. And right is a lie. All of it's a lie. So let's just say you have something wrong with you and the doctor says X, Y, and Z. Do you just listen to one doctor? Would you go get another opinion from another doctor? Especially if it has to do with something so radical, medicalized, as medicalizing your child. Wouldn't you, as a parent, feel obligated to see what other people say about this? Right? Norma, you're gender nonconforming. Right on, friend. I mean, I don't get why a parent would just believe one medical professional. Number one. Number two, trans medicine is brand new. It's brand new. There's no long-term trans medical doctors. They're just calling themselves trans medical doctors, but they don't have a degree in trans medicine. There is no degree in trans medicine because trans medicine is new and it doesn't exist. Nobody knows what they're doing. So you're going to do this crazy shit to kids because some weirdo, narcissistic medical professional. Also, are people not paying attention to the WPATH files? Why are people not paying attention to the WPATH files? It spells it all out there. No, they've been totally messing up these kids. You see how WPATH is trying to hide it? I don't know if y'all know the the Standards of Care 8 disappeared off of WPATH after they got nailed from it. It just mysteriously disappeared. Read the WPATH files. Also, I have a great link to a video that explains the whole. Damn, I should have put it up here because it's such a great video, you guys. Did I send it to you, Seth? And if I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but it's a great, I'm going to put it in the thing here because you should all watch it. It's an actual video that shows all the progression of transgender medicine from the 1800s all the way up to now. And it's fascinating. And it'll show you how it went off the rails. 1990 is when it went off the rails. And all these quacks started getting involved in it. And it became snake oil. Thanks, Seth. I think it's called, I put it on my Twitter page. If you can go there, I can look for it real quick. How about if I bring something up here and then I can kind of go look for it? I really, really want you all to see it. If you can wait 1 second while I play, let me play this for you. So let me set this up for you. Hold on 1 second. Let me set this up for you.
I got you.
Hold on. This is a trans woman, a biological male, who I think it might be Australia, and they're staying in a what do you call it? A hostel. Okay. So it's if you've ever stayed in a hostel, youth hostel or anything like that, it's kind of like a hotel that everyone shares the bathrooms and you have a little room and you share rooms with other people. It's mostly for people who are backpacking across or don't have a lot of money. But that being said, this particular trans woman, male, starts to harass the cleaning lady because who's actually like Asian or something and isn't really versed in English very well, might be an immigrant. And this effing trans woman, I'm just going to call him dude. I'm over it. Dude starts to totally harass the cleaning lady because the cleaning is like, dude, What are you doing in the women's room? Get out of the women's room. And then the man, the trans woman, is telling the lady, do you know who anyway, I just want to set the stage for you. I'm going to go here and I'm going to play this for you. And I'm going to look for this other thing real quick.
About you telling me to use the men's
Watch
bathroom,
this.
how would... I'm a girl. I'm a trans woman. How would it be...
I'm a girl.
if,
I'm a trans
you know,
woman.
a woman actually went into the men's bathroom?
No, you're not.
How would it be?
Oh my God.
How
You
would
see
it
what he's
be?
saying? Listen to what he's saying.
Are you going to answer?
He's contradicting himself. He's contradicting himself. It's so pathetic.
Okay, let's go reception.
It's pathetic, you guys. Here, I got it. Here.
No, go now. Now.
I take some seat, okay?
Now.
Yeah, I work.
I'm a woman.
Yes.
Don't be transphobic to me. You have no idea what sort of social status I have.
Oh my! Are you all hearing
your
this?
whole reputation. I could ruin this whole
Are you listen to this last part?
hostile
Wait, I'm gonna bring this back.
to me.
Listen.
You have no idea. Now.
I take some seat, okay?
Now.
Yeah, I
This is
work.
so
I'm a
pathetic.
woman.
Yes.
Don't be transphobic to me. You have
How can you? I want to ask you all. How can you be transphobic to a woman? First, he says he's a woman. Then he says, "Don't be transphobic to me." Excuse me, dude. You're either a woman or you're trans. You cannot be transphobic to a woman. This is where we get them. They're so Looney Tunes that they don't even know what they're saying. So listen to this. Listen.
How would... I'm a girl. I'm a trans woman. How would it be if, you know...
Wait. Sorry. Wait. Listen.
To me. You have no idea what sort of social status I have. I could ruin your whole reputation. I could ruin this whole hostel.
That freak just threatened an immigrant worker, said, "You have no idea who I am. I could ruin your whole life." This needs to be seen by the world. This is the bullshit. These fake trans, that's a dude using trans as some status symbol and pretending they're trans so they can go in the woman's room, and it's all ego-based. You don't know who I am. I don't give a fuck who you are, dude. Get out of the woman's room and fuck off. Like, what is happening? So the fact that this person this is a poor, I don't know, poor. I apologize for that. But you know what I mean by poor, not money poor, but an immigrant woman just trying to do her job. Why are these trans women so weird? And so, I know why. Why am I asking you that? I know why. You know why they're like that? Thank you, Marianne. They can't even keep on. No, it's crazy. But I know why. It's literally, lawsuit. I would sue. He's literally getting off on the power trip. That's what it is. And we need to start exposing this. These people are insane. They are not trans. And I'm going to keep calling these people out. They're disgusting. They're ruining it for all of us. All of us. It is inappropriate behavior. And you don't go after a woman who's just working and I'm going to ruin you. She's an immigrant working lady. How are you going to ruin her? But the fact that would come out of your mouth, dude, shows everything and anything. These are not trans people. They're playing a game, like Dylan, like all of them. They're playing a game. Jeffrey Mark, they're all not trans. They're sick weirdos taking my space. And it's why, thank you, friend. It's why I won't tolerate it anymore. And go F yourself. Call me all the names in the book. Call me transphobic all you want. You're exposing yourself when you do that. I'm showing the world what a real trans person is. A real trans person wants to integrate into society, wants to be a part of you, wants to sit at the table. I say it every time we see each other. You've got to see the difference. And I think it's working. I think we're actually exposing these people where we're actually showing you those people are disgusting weirdo freaks who don't belong anywhere near us, not even in the LGBT community. We have to ostracize these people and get them mental health care. That's why it's self-ID is the most insane thing you could ever do, ever. People are self-IDing as autistic, DID, all kinds of crap. But then when it comes to trans, it's not a mental illness, but everything else is? What? Trans is probably at the top of the list of mental illness above anything and everything at this point, because those people are making it look mentally ill. I hope you see the difference between myself and that, because I will not be lumped in with that ever. And I don't care how many people call me transphobic, and I don't care how many people hate me. I have a duty, okay, as an elder, but also as somebody who this did do wonders for me, and people like Seth, and people like Marcus, and people like Blair. Why do you think we're all standing up against this? I cannot be a part of insanity. That does nothing but destroy my whole space. People hate me now because I'm trans. Never hated me before. Hey, Jen, thank you. Oh, thank you for being a member. They are privileged, superficial individuals exploiting transsexual people. I couldn't have put it any better, friend. Guess what? I found it. I found what I want to show you. This, and I think if Seth can put the link here, or I'll put the link in the, after the show, I'll put the link here so you can all go watch it. But I just want to bring this up real quick here, because this is probably one of the most amazing explanations. Oh, hey, Dharma. Thank you, friend. This is probably one of the most amazing explanations of the transsexual space. Okay. Hey, Dharma. Thank you. Riley Gaines' lawsuit will set a precedent that will help reestablish 100%. I'm part of it. I love her. I love her so much. Ever since she got nailed at the school in San Francisco, I have been such a fan of hers. Hey, Stardust. Nice to see you. Thank you, friend. TRAs often shit on service workers because they're easy targets to shit on. It's disgusting. They know the power they hold over them and are literally, that's right. That's right. That is an excellent point. That's why they don't come to me. But none of those little bitches would ever say that to my face. You all know that. They say it behind the keyboard. They would never say it to my face because they'll have a fight on their hands. And I don't necessarily mean physical, but they will have to debate that with me. And they won't do it. That's why they just call me names. That's why, hey, the panic button is in the house. Y'all need to follow the panic button. They're awesome leses. They're really important people. And we create these teams together. So if you haven't followed or subscribed to them, please do, because they're one of my favorite people. So thanks, ladies, for being in the house. I appreciate you a lot. So I'd love to get Riley Gaines on here, and I'm working on that. So I just want to bring this up because I kind of got to go to the movies with my son. But listen, let me bring this up right here. Hold on one second here. I'm going to share the screen with you all. This is so incredible. This is one of the most incredible things I found. Okay. So I'm just going to play a tiny little bit.
Surgical and hormonal experiments on children, adolescents, and vulnerable adults.
It's beautiful.
By Mia Hughes.
A brief history of transgender medicine and the early days of WPATH. The experiment to modify the sex characteristics of people suffering from the psychiatric disorder called gender dysphoria began in the early years of the 20th century with the pioneering work of German sexologist Magnus Hirschfeld, a gay man who engaged in cross-dressing. Hirschfeld coined the term transvestite. I
want to show you one part.
Book by Transvestite.
This is when WPATH.
With the publication of its SOC 7 in 2012, the ideological shift identified by Levine was evident. SOC 7 recommended puberty blockers as a fully reversible pause for adolescents, despite the fact that the experiment was still in its earliest stages.
Bam!
No such conclusion could be drawn.
Bam!
Also, while on the one hand, SOC 7 encouraged caution in psychotherapy that affirms the transgender identity, on the other, the guidance endorsed the informed consent model of care, which omits the need for psychotherapy.
There it is.
Enables healthcare professionals.
There it is, you guys. There it is. I'm telling you, they just exposed it all. They exposed that. Why that video is so important to everybody. I'm going to put the link here. It's going to expose the ideology, how it turned from a medical space, like when I went through, to an ideological space. It spells it all out here. It's mind blowing in 10 minutes. It's a very, I urge everyone to watch it, and you will see what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jose. Thank you, friend. So I do stand my ground. I will not tolerate any bullshit. It took me a long time to get here. Okay. I had to deal with a lot of shit in my life to get to the space I am today. It's why I do not take it for granted. You think I take this for granted? I do not. It took me a lot to get here. I really have a lot of gratitude for my transition. And so when I see losers like that and grifters coming in and calling me transphobic and ruining everything we have built, I won't tolerate it. And I'm sure every community out there who has the grifters feels the same way about it. We can't talk. We can't. Lisa, thank you so much. I am in therapy and thought I had gender dysphoria for a while, but my therapist, friends, and close ones found it is PTSD and DID. A lot of people with DID. Good thing my therapists and doctors aren't woke. Thank you, friend. Thanks for sharing that. And more of you are coming out with that, which is so great. Thank you, Kitty Ann. Thank you so much. No matter what makes up clothes, medication, or human customization, they do. Women don't act this way. Thank you at all. We make people well. Women don't act that way. You can always tell when a man is acting like a woman. It's embarrassing. Thanks for becoming a member. Totally, Sarah Mella. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you a lot. So let me bring up a couple more of these because they're really cringy and creepy. And I think this one, we all know who this guy is, but watch this.
And that's why it is so powerful.
Wait, hold on one sec. Sorry, it wasn't keyed up.
And now with transness, I'm hoping that it's the same trajectory of like, you know, the people that are being so outwardly transphobic online in my comments and my DMs. I'm hoping that that will become like increasingly embarrassing for them, and that these media organizations and these social platforms will be equally embarrassed that they tolerated and allowed these things to happen and didn't step up when we needed them most.
What?
But I also think about how specific to TikTok, because I still am like, what is this app? What am I even doing?
Gross.
I think it's a way for young people, especially, to see people that are like them. And I remember one of the only characters on television was Kurt on Glee was like the only feminine type of person that I even could connect to. And that wasn't even a trans character growing up. And so I, a lot of the times will like.
Did you just hear what he said? He connected to the gay character. Okay. Because you're gay, Dylan. Okay. And then he said, because there were no trans, it's because you're gay. Even if there was a trans actor, you would have connected to the gay character because you're gay, Dylan. How many of us have to keep telling you this? And he's one of the problems. He is one of the problems. You know, let me be honest here. I was actually trying to be cool about the Dylan thing. I didn't want to get, if you notice my reaction to the Dylan video, I just didn't want it to become hateful sounding. And it's not coming from hate. It's coming from really, I'm pissed. And I'm very mad at these people who are some of you say cosplaying, or that they're pretending they're trans. Because what's going to happen is Dylan is going to go back to living as a gay man in 5 years. You watch. And then who's here to clean up the mess? All the crap this person is causing in our community. He's hugely causing a lot of problems in this community. And we need to call him out. Our own community, not you. Because when you non-trans people do it, it just looks like hate. Where are the trans people? Why are we not calling these fake losers out? He is destroying everything we built. If you listen to his talking points, he's also pro-transing children, which is not okay. Who are you, Dylan? Where did you come from? How much time have you spent in this community that you need to get to be the speaker over people like me and Blair and Mark? People have been doing this for a long time. How does Dylan get the platform? That's why you all need to see this is bullshit. They're picking trans influencers to talk about what it means to be trans when they literally transitioned a week ago. Xanita, Xantia. Kids will do what the parents say. Kids love attention and making their parents happy. If this continues throughout the whole childhood, kids begin to believe it's all true. That's right. You're totally got it. That they are trans, gay, etc. No, that's 100%. You are right on, friend. I say it all the time. It's called affirmation. Why do you think they made affirmation therapy? It's 100% why they made. So when you I have a kid. Anybody in this room who are parents, you know damn well what we're talking about. When you stroke a child, when you give them affirmation, they want more. So when they're doing things that make you happy, they'll continue to play the game with you because it makes you happy and it makes you give them more positive attention. Thanks, SH. It's not transphobia. It's bullshitteryphobia. Right on. Oh, hi, beautiful friend. Flame's in the house. Thank you, Flame. I love you. If you're not following Flame, you have to, because she is one of the people like us. Flame is one of us. And I'm sorry I didn't call you out earlier. You skipped my mind for some reason because I haven't seen you in a while. But hey, Flame is a very outspoken, elder trans woman who's also black. I need to mention that because I need to mention that because that's a whole other part of the we all know Blossom who called me a racist, which is so insane and embarrassing. But we all love Flame. If you're not following Flame, she's on Instagram. She's here on YouTube, please. She does great lives. She's full on focused on taking back this community, and she's a beautiful, beautiful friend of mine. So I love you, Flame. You're amazing. Thank you, Jen. I don't think Dylan even realizes he's being groomed. I think you're right. On some level, you might be right, but let's not give him, he's not stupid. Dylan isn't stupid. Don't. Partly I believe that, but partly I don't think the guy's stupid. That's the other thing I really want everybody to understand. I just don't think he's that stupid. I think he's very smart. Now, I know you all are tired of this. I know you all are tired of hearing trans women have periods. I'm so sick and tired of it. I just can't even believe we're dealing with this. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Totally means a lot to me. Yeah, I think he's also a druggie. I think Dylan is on drugs. That's right. I totally agree with you. 100%. So I want to bring up this, but I'm going to put that link to that video because that video link is so incredible, you guys. It literally tells you how we got from trans medicine, very small, very, it's always been very small. It's a very, very small disorder. It always has been, it always will be, to today where it became an ideology. And it's mine. Don't let me forget before I leave to put the link down because I think it's one of the most important videos for trans rights, as well as understanding the ideological space of trans. Okay. So I'm just going to put myself a note here. So I want to bring this particular one up. I know you all are sick and tired of trans women with periods. I am. I'm sick and tired of it. And it continues to keep going on.
So obviously,
okay, watch this.
Like, as trans women, we don't have uteruses, yes, and that means that we do not have like a menstrual cycle where we don't release eggs and our body doesn't expel all of that, or uterine lining and things like that. So obviously, no, we don't have that. But soft muscle contractions.
That's my wife. You want to say hi?
Do happen in our intestines once we
Hold
are.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Hi. Oh my God.
She's interrupting me. But anyway, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
This is my wife, Rachel.
That's my punishment for interrupting. I have to engage. I like to be behind the camera.
That's the wifey. That's the one right there. Anyway, she's telling me we changed plans, but you can come back later.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, bye, babe. I'll see you later. Can you cook me lunch? Just kidding. Okay, so hold on. So I want to bring this back up. Okay, 1 second here.
Our hormone regimens.
Wait, you got to hear this from the beginning because it's so incredibly insulting, you guys. When are we ever going to get rid of this nonsense? It's just ridiculous. So listen, watch.
Like, as trans women, we don't have uteruses, yes, and that means that we do not have like a menstrual cycle where we don't release eggs and our body doesn't expel all of that, or uterine lining and things like that.
Oh my God.
So
the little laugh when he did it. Did you hear that? Like, what is that? You freak? You know exactly what you're talking about.
Obviously, listen. No, we don't have that. But soft muscle contractions do happen in our intestines once we are very deep into our hormone regimens. So that has happened to a number of trans women. And it's on a cycle. So it's a little bit of a more complicated issue. And there's also a famous trans woman in Europe who's actually going down to Brazil claiming to be getting a uterine transplant.
Claiming, you guys, like claiming. What part of that didn't you understand, dude? Claiming to get a uterus. It's not happening. It's not happening. No trans woman is getting a uterus, and if they do, they're going to die. So it doesn't work. You can't put a uterus in a man, and why don't you just go fucking adopt a baby if you want to have a baby that bad? You're such a weirdo, and who would do that? And you don't get a period. I'm getting so insane. Look, You can get right. Someone on here, I'm sorry, I didn't see who it was, but like giving us a biology lesson. We understand biology, my friend. You don't have to keep telling us. We know what a uterus is. We know who have a uterus. You know what? I'm more of a woman than all of you, by the way. All of you trans women, I'm more of a woman than all of you. So shut up, sit down. Let me give you a lesson about what it means to be a woman and a female. And then maybe you can move forward in your life, okay? And maybe you can stop lying to all of us about getting your period, because you don't even know what it means. You'll never know what it means. You don't know what it feels like. Those cramps have nothing to do with period cramps, okay? They're not the same thing. It's my God, it's driving me nuts. Hey, Dharma, thank you. I'm a disabled with PTSD and afraid to use the locker room at the rec center because of men like this. Oh, God. You see, that's what I'm talking about, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Why should this person who already is struggling with stuff, okay, have to use a restroom with somebody they're not comfortable with? Men and women exist. The world is men and women. Deal with it if you're trans. And if you can't, don't transition. Get your ass into therapy. Deal with the world the way the world is. You're not going to change the world. The world is not changing for you. Just so you know, it's solid. It knows what it needs to do. Men and women are here for a reason. You can't use the men or women's room. Figure it out. Hold your piss for the whole plane flight. I really don't care. Wait till you get on the plane and take a piss, because there is no men's and women's restrooms on the plane, right? That solves everything. Why don't we just make one stall toilets then, right? Like they do in Europe. They have them all over the place. You just go one stall. It's not men or women. But here in America, we have men and women's restrooms for a reason. Stop messing with the system, because you're making it worse for all of us, not just some of us. I don't care. I made myself look this way. I never have an issue walking the world, ever, ever. So I know what it means to be an actual real trans person. You got to make yourself so the rest of the world is not afraid of you. That is actually how you do it. Hey, Kitty. Hey, Kitty and Lou. Thank you. Buck hit wife with the make me a sandwich. I did it on purpose. You know that. I'm not that. I'm the one who usually cooks here. So I was just playing that funny little misogynist game. Hey, Jen, we should change periods to that's right, exclamation point, so we can have something of our own again. Wow, it's so pathetic. It is just pathetic. So, kids, I got to go because I got to take the kid to the movies and I got to make my wife some lunch because I am that guy. And I really am always enjoying my time with you all so much. And I'm just going to let you know that I'll be traveling the next couple of days. Going to Las Vegas to take the kiddo to see O. I don't know if you've ever all seen O, but we're super excited because it's the I think kids are out for the week from school, but we're going to go to Vegas to see the show O. And then I'll be in Austin next week to film this really cool show. I can't wait to show you all. It's going to be amazing. So thanks for spending a little time with me on Saturday. I hope we uplifted our spirits, even though it's totally insane out there. You know, I always do appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much. We would not, it's not me. Don't forget that. I'm kind of proud of the plaque. We would not have this plaque. Okay. You see this plaque? We would not have this plaque if it wasn't for us standing our ground. So thank you for standing your ground with me. And thank you for seeing how important it is to have these conversations. And thank you all for liking, subscribing, doing all those things, sending this to other people. As soon as I get off here right now, I'm going to put the link to the video. If you have 10 minutes of your time today, hold on. If you have 10 minutes of your time today, I really, really want you to watch this video, okay? I think it will explain a lot to you. And next week, we're going to make the live on Thursday because I'll be out of town. So Seth is fixing that now, and then I'll see you all on Thursday next week. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend, okay? And I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for joining me today.